To start, let's first define what eukaryote and prokaryote means. So let's first start to the eukaryote. From the word eu, which means true, and karyo, which refers to a nut or nucleus. Eukaryotes are so named because they have a true nucleus, in that their DNA is enclosed by a nuclear membrane. And now, let's go to the prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are very simple cell when compared with eukaryotic cell, and yet they are able to perform the necessary processes of life. Reproduction of prokaryotic cell is by binary fission. So, binary fission is the simple division of one cell into two cells after DNA replication and the formation of separating membrane and cell wall. In addition to that, prokaryotes do not have true nucleus. And now, let's go to the structure of eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell. So, in eukaryotic cell, there are 14 structures, namely the cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, Golgi complex, lysosomes and peroxisomes, mitochondria, plastids, cytoskeleton, cell wall, flagella, and cilia. The cell membrane. The cell is enclosed and held intact by the cell membrane, which is also referred to as a plasma, cytoplasmic, or cellular membrane. Cell membranes have selective permeability, allowing one certain substances to pass through them. Nucleus. As previously mentioned, the primary difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell is that eukaryotic cell possesses a true nucleus, whereas prokaryotic cell do not. A true nucleus consists of nucleoplasm, chromosomes, and nuclear membrane. The nucleus controls the function of the entire cell and can be thought of as the command center of the cell. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a type of protoplasm. Cytoplasm is a semi-fluid, gelatinous nutrient matrix. The cytoplasm is where most of the cell's metabolic reactions occur. The semi-fluid portion of the cytoplasm, excluding the granules and organelles, is sometimes referred to as the cytosol. Endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is a highly convoluted system of membranes that are interconnected and arranged to form a transport network of tubules and flattened sacs within the cytoplasm. So there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum or ER, namely the RER or the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the SER, which means smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes. Eukaryotic ribosomes are 18 to 20 nanometer in diameter. Ribosomes are site of protein synthesis. Golgi complex. A Golgi complex, also known as Golgi apparatus or Golgi body, connects or communicates with the ER. Golgi complexes can be considered packaging plants. Lysosomes and peroxisomes. Lysosomes are small vesicles that originate at the Golgi complex. They contain lysozyme and other digestive enzymes that break down foreign material taken into the cell phagocytosis. Peroxisomes are membrane-bound vesicles in which hydrogen peroxide is both generated and broken down. Peroxisomes contain the enzyme catalase, which catalyze the breakdown of hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. Mitochondria. Mitochondria are referred to as a power plant or powerhouse or energy factories of the eukaryotic cell, because this is where most of the ATP molecules are formed by cellular respiration. Plastids. Plastids are the sites of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which light energy is being used to convert carbon dioxide and water into carbohydrates and oxygen. Cytoskeleton. Present throughout the cytoplasm is a system of fibers collectively known as the cytoskeleton. The three types of cytoskeletal fiber are microtubules, microfilament or actin filament, and intermediate filament. Cell wall. Some eukaryotic cell contains cell walls. Cell walls are external structures that provide rigidity, shape, and protection. Flagella. Flagella possesses relatively long and thin structures. Cilia. Cilia are also organelles of locomotion, but they tend to be shorter, thinner, and more numerous than flagella. Okay, so we're done with the eukaryotic cell structure, and now we will proceed to the prokaryotic cell structure. In prokaryotic cell, there are 9 structures, namely the cell membrane, chromosomes, cytoplasm, cytoplasmic particle, bacterial cell wall, glycocalyx, flagella, pili, and spores. Cell membrane. Enclosing the cytoplasm of a prokaryotic cell is the cell membrane, or plasma, cytoplasmic, or cellular membrane. This membrane is similar in structure and function to the eukaryotic cell membrane. Cytoplasmic particles. Within the bacterial cytoplasm, many tiny particles have been observed. Most of these are ribosomes, often occurring in clusters called polyribosomes or polysomes, poly meaning many. Prokaryotic ribosomes are smaller than eukaryotic ribosomes, but their function is the same. They are the site of protein synthesis. Chromosomes. The prokaryotic chromosomes usually consist of a single, long, supercoiled, circular DNA molecule which serves as the control center of bacterial cells. Cytoplasm. The semi-liquid cytoplasm of prokaryotic cell consists of water, enzyme, dissolved oxygen, waste products, essential nutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids. Bacterial cell wall. The rigid exterior cell wall that defines the shape of bacterial cell is chemically complex. Flagella. Flagella are thread-like protein appendages that enable bacteria to move. Pili. Pili are hair-like structures, most often observed on gram-negative bacteria. Pili are organelles of attachment, that is, they enable bacteria to adhere to surfaces. Glycocalyx. Glycocalyx is a slimy gelatinous material produced by the cell membrane and secreted outside of the cell wall. Spores or endospores. Endospores enable bacteria to survive adverse conditions such as temperature extremes, desiccation, and lack of nutrients. Eukaryotic cells contain a true nucleus, whereas prokaryotic cells do not. Eukaryotic cells are divided into plants and animal types. Animal cells do not have a cell wall, whereas plant cells have a simple cell wall, usually containing cellulose. Cellulose is a type of polysaccharide in a rigid polymer of glucose. Prokaryotic cells have complex cell walls containing of proteins, lipids, and polysaccharides. Eukaryotic cells contain membranous structures such as endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complexes, and many membrane-bound organelles such as mitochondria and plastids. Prokaryotic cells possess no membranes other than the cell membrane that encloses the cytoplasm. Eukaryotic ribosomes are larger and denser than those found in prokaryotes. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching.